I am trying to find vocabulary that will keep me on the internet and not get me into problems. I am trying to find words that will. I just don't want to get into problems. But very rarely, this club does that to me. I'm trying to find the words. I'm trying to find the analysis. I'm analyzing what the hell is going on with my football club. Because what the hell is this? We sold 30 man, fam, in the space of what? In 5 days, we sold probably 3 man, fam. Oh my, we are moving like a. We got rid of more man, fam, than the than the NHS and COVID, fam. What the hell is this? FC Bayern Munich sold Joao Polina, Brian Zaragoza, probably on loan, fair enough, and Wisdom Mike. That one triggered me. I seen this and I fully got triggered. What are we actually doing? I need someone to explain this to me because I am genuinely not. I do not understand the decision being made at this football club anymore. Polinia, Zaragoza, and Wisdom Mike, all three leaving. Where do I even begin? Where do I even start? What even where to start from? Okay. We're gonna start off with the experienced player in Joao Polinia. This one is up. I'm losing my mind right now. You spent all the money in bringing in Polinia to Bayern. You had a player whose entire reputation was built around winning the ball, breaking up attacks, protecting the defense that we desperately need right now in midfield and doing the dirty work in midfield. And now you're selling him, fam. I understand that football is a business. I don't understand players don't always work. I understand the squad changes. Squad changes happen. And then, why did we sign him in the first place at this point? We sold him for 20 million. That is as useful as a condom nowadays, fam. What the hell is this? This team is jarring, bro. 20 million in today's market. That is disgraceful for a player of Polinia's stature. Oh my days. We could have done without Polinia in our team. This guy should have been staying at our team. Imagine we have Kimmich, Bischoff, Pavlovic, NDI, who we just know is unproven. And then we had Polinia, who could have worked. He would have been our fifth. He could have worked. He was fighting for his place. Oh my days. But then we signed him why did we sign him in the first place if we know this is what we're going to do? Company didn't want him to begin with. So why did we buy him, bro? Obviously, we kept our word with that donkey of a manager called Tommy Tuchel, fam. Oh my God. Because Bayern desperately needed a defensive midfielder, a proper defensive midfielder. We wanted someone who could sit in front of the defense, win challenges, and give them more creative players freedom. And now we're going to ask, yeah, never mind. Let's sell him, bro. Let's get that garbage out of the way. Make it make sense, fam. Then I'll move on to Zaragoza. Oh my days. What the hell has happened to this club? Another player where I'm sitting here thinking, what was the plan, fam? What is the plan? You signed this incredibly exciting way. Someone with pace, dribbling ability, who could be creative. And instead of giving him a proper chance to establish himself, we're moving him on, fam. At some point, Bayern need to stop buying young players and treating them like a disposable asset, fam. You can't constantly say we want to build the next generation, then immediately sell those players when they don't instantly become world beaters. Let them develop, fam. Obviously, we need certain players to develop who have worked for those places. Footballers aren't microwave meals, fam. You can't just put them in the squad, give them 5 minutes, and decide they aren't ready and ship them off. And then wisdom Mike. Bro, this is exactly the kind of situation where I start to question Bayern. Actually, what Bayern actually wants to be. Because if you're Bayern Munich, one of the biggest clubs in the world of football, you should be developing your young players and giving them pathways into the first team. Wisdom Mike is young, he has potential, and instead of seeing what he can become, you're letting him go. Why? Jesus Christ! I don't expect every academy player to be Muller or Philip Lahm or Alaba or every youngster to become Jamal Musiala or Carl, for example, or even Cardozo right now. But that's literally the point of development. We gave Jamal Musiala time. We're giving Cardozo time. You don't know how good a player can become until you actually give them the opportunity to prove themselves. I know some players don't deserve it, like an Ibrahimovic, for example. They don't deserve it, but you see some talented players you just need to give them the chance. Tim Binder as well, he could be a good one to keep in the squad. Obviously, he's injured right now, but flipping hell, he would be good. And that's the biggest issue with Bayern right now. It's not necessarily that these three players are irreplaceable, it's the direction. Because when you're looking at Bayern selling Polina, Sargozo, and Wisdom Mike, you start to ask, what is the long-term plan? Are we rebuilding? Are we developing? Are we buying established stars? Are we promoting new? Are we just vibing at this point? Because sometimes it genuinely feels like Bayern are making decisions one at a time without thinking about the bigger picture. And Bayern should operate like this. This is Bayern Munich. The standard should be extremely high. If Polina wasn't part of the plan, okay. If Sargozo wasn't part of the plan, fine. If Wisdom Mike wasn't going to get an opportunity, fine. But then I want to know the plan. Who are we replacing them with? Because we know we aren't gonna buy anyone, fam. We are moving broke. We are one of the clubs who always get $1 billion in revenue, and we aren't gonna buy a replacement for any of these players. Oh my god. What does the midfield need? What does the attack look like? What is the pathway for the youngsters? Because you can't just keep removing players from the squad and expect everything to magically work. This isn't Harry Potter, fam. You remove things and it just so happens to work like a car, fam. You need an engine to win, fam. And I could guarantee you, Bayern fans have every right to question this. I'm not saying every player leaving is an automatically a disaster, a disgrace. I'm saying show me the vision. Show me the vision like Marvel, fam. Where is the vision, fam? Because right now I'm looking at these moves like, okay, so what's next? Bayern need balance. You need experienced players. You need superstars. You need squad players. And you need young players. You cannot build a sustainable squad by constantly throwing away anything that doesn't immediately work. And personally, I would have liked to see Polina get a proper opportunity. I would have liked to see Sargozo get consistent run of minutes. And I definitely would have liked to see Wisdom Mike continue to develop within this Bayern team because I know company rates him. If you watch Bayern's YouTube channel, you will know Wisdom Mike spends a consistent amount of time working with company. Maybe all three eventually they leave. That's football. Sometimes it just doesn't work. But I don't want Bayern to become a club where talented players come, barely get established, and then it disappears before we even know what they could become. Because Bayern should be about more than just buying the finished product. Build the next generation. We always say we are giving the youth the chance. I know some players deserve it, some players don't. develop players, give them opportunities, and have an actual plan. Because otherwise, we're going to keep having the same conversation every single summer. Why did Bayern sell him? Why didn't Bayern give him a chance? Why do Bayern have to buy another player now? Where is the squad depth? What is the plan? That's my question. What is the plan? I know we have an objective to win the Champions League. Are we going to win Champions League? For me, it's dwindling right now because I am lost forward. So Brian, please, if you're selling Polina, Sargoza, and Wisdom Mike, at least make the plan make sense because right now I'm confused. I am frustrated. I am I am a Bayern fan trying to understand the Bayern Munich strategy, the transfer strategy, and that might be the hardest position to play in football right now. This is long. Why is this long, fam? This is not good. Obviously, this was I just had to get off what was on my chest with this squad. It's pissing me off what I'm having to deal with. But if you all do, miss and Mia, hope you all did enjoy this video. Like, hype, share, and subscribe, and we are out, people. Peace out and one love.